You are welcome to LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Even if you so much wanted to believe R. Kelly could have been an abuser, and one who targeted underage girls as alleged by his accusers and the entire media fraternity, there are certain accounts of events that will make you think otherwise and stop condemning him. Some stories just fail to add up no matter how meticulously they are narrated with the intention to make the world think R. Kelly is such a bad guy. Over the past 4 years, we have seen the R&B King criticized for so many things to the point of indictment, and eventually convicted and given the harshest sentences beyond what anyone could have imagined. The government made good use of the existence of multiple women who had at one point in their lives been in a sort of relationship with R. Kelly to plan out and film a documentary they named after him, and like that they had successfully created the perfect excuse to indict him, even if he had not necessarily broken the law. Of course, any ladies' man like R. Kelly who had been in a number of relationships, and one that maintained multiple girlfriends at the same time would not survive the wrath of his numerous exes, and most especially if they have been organized and paraded by the government itself hiding under the cover of Lifetime television, and promised plenty of terminal benefits in form of monetary gains like restitutions, immunity for the multiple crimes these women had themselves committed, and of course an immediate payout for their participation. We saw some of the surviving R. Kelly talents such as Lynette Martinez and Tim Savage confess to have received payouts for their roles, and therefore we ain't talking fiction here. The willingness shown by these women to speak the worst of R. Kelly and attempt to demonize him is exactly what anyone would expect to happen if any polygamous man, or one who dates multiple women at a go, was ever placed on the spot. We are therefore right to say that the government simply took advantage of these women's disappointments and their own past criminal actions to blackmail them into cooperating to help take down an innocent man, whose only mistake was loving so many women at the same time and later on leaving the relationships to date others. Remember though that this is not illegal according to the US laws, and many other American men other than R. Kelly still live their lives like this but have not been arrested. While some people guided by their religious beliefs may say R. Kelly was wrong to date multiple women concurrently, others may say he wasn't. But what matters the most here is what the US laws say, and from what we are aware of, R. Kelly was not breaking any laws choosing to live his life like this. In fact, while these women may think they have unique stories and write books of their lives with R. Kelly, which many of them have published, they ought to know that their stories are only sounding unique because the man involved here is R. Kelly. And if this wasn't the case, I am not sure we would even know their first names. Throughout our lifetime and before, women have been in relationships with men, some have worked out and others have failed, and for those which have failed, the rejected have always complained about the behavior of the other and called them devils for the rest of their lives. This is therefore not something to write a book about. But just because we are talking R. Kelly, these women have all turned into publishers, and one of them is Kitty Jones. The story of Kitty Jones is one that should never have appeared on the media except for one reason, being she wanted to sell a book. It's sometimes even hard to imagine how such an accuser also ended up on the surviving R. Kelly documentary with completely no legal basis, and narrating accusations that she cannot prove. It's no wonder she could not extend her victimhood to the court of law, for she knows well she would never qualify as one. But it is people like these that turned R. Kelly into a punching bag, engaging in acts of defamation when they appeared on multiple media platforms accusing him for allegedly being a controlling boyfriend. According to what we know, Kitty Jones did not meet R. Kelly when she was anywhere under 18 years old. On the other hand, Kitty Jones was a 33-year-old DJ at a certain radio station and an event organizer when she met R. Kelly at one after party. And I repeat, she was 33 years old with her hair almost turning gray, but she also wants us to believe that she was enticed and lured like a 5-year-old into being with an older man, and that this older man abused her multiple times, yet she chose to stay with him. At one particular interview where she appears with her co-accuser and also talent in the docuseries Asante McGee, she is fired with questions she just couldn't answer. Asked how she was sucked into this relationship yet she was an adult and well employed as a DJ, she shies away and dodges the question, answering with comments like, "It's just the same way you meet a guy at a gas station and you find yourself leaving everything to be with him." But this leaves people asking, Since when did 33-year-olds start running away with men and later blaming it on them? She was not just an adult but a super adult, and what some women at this age are known for is leaving their average men and children behind in search for successful and rich ones who can give them a lifestyle they dream of, and who they can take advantage of and take their money. Of course, this excludes the wonderful women who stick with their families and manage. It's disturbing to see a woman like Kitty Jones claim at 33, she had to ask R. Kelly when she could use the bathroom and for permission to eat. Yet she could simply leave or call the police to rescue her if she was at all locked up like she wants the world to believe. It just doesn't make sense.
True, he controlled things as little as you walking out of a room, you going to use the bathroom, you wanting to eat.
Yes.
What we get from her allegations is actually another version of the story which could be the real truth. Kitty Jones meets R. Kelly at this after party and thinks to herself, oh my god, this could be my break. If I date this celebrity and manage to take with me just a fraction of his wealth, my problems will be over. I will do everything he asks me to do to win him over, and once I get my hands in his pockets, I will be long gone. And so she lives right under his command for a while, bearing with his demands for submission until she realizes he was just too smart for her and she was not going to take his money for doing nothing. She suddenly feels used, especially after learning that she wasn't the only one, and when she complains, R. Kelly tells her it's over. And now that she has an opportunity to get something from this by selling a book, she is out to say the things that will attract public sympathy so that people can buy her book and help her make a fortune off R. Kelly's name. And so she now pretends to care so much about every other accuser, yet these were her competition when they were all racing for the R&B king's attention. How hypocritical. According to Esther Lumengal, I can tell you I did my research now for 4 years and found that this man was framed by the feds. They instead protected the real criminals, and the government witnesses were granted immunities for all the wrong reasons. They committed all kinds of crimes against him. They stole his money making transactions by faking his signature. It's no surprise people like Kitty Jones did make many allegations that they can't prove just to fulfill the demands of the government in exchange for their immunities. If she was really a victim like she suggests, why was R. Kelly not charged for her account? If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.